Okay, so I want to show what I think the best Karakuri, the basic Karakuri tools to use when you're trying to build up meter with pretty much all of the different weapons that build up meter, with the exception of the Bladed Wakasa, because I don't really think there are any good basic Karakuri tools to use for the Bladed Wakasa when it comes to building up meter, because parrying is just superior to pretty much all of them. But for the Katana, I think the fastest way of building up meter is to use the crates, because it hits twice whenever you actually land both hits, and it builds up meter pretty much in two separate chunks, and it builds it up by a pretty substantial amount. And this is obviously you want to be mixing in the combos that also are very good at building meter, but if you're looking for Karakuri tools to start the fight to get an advantage and start building your meter early, very quickly, I think this is probably the best tool that you can use to start off with, and then go into your different kind of combos for the weapon. I don't really use the katana, so I don't know the combos that are best for building up meter, but I think starting off with the crate with the katana is probably the best thing that you could do. The Nodachi, I wish I had known about this a lot earlier when I was doing my no armor, no talisman, deeply volatile Dreadclaw hunt, but I didn't know about this. But you can basically just fully charge the Nodachi in 2 hits with the torch. I forgot to actually hit the training thing, so it's not going to build up any meter. But yeah, you basically just go into the torch, hit twice, and then you're fully charged. And it's incredibly fast. So that's ridiculously strong. The second best option you have is the spring. Spring or the crate. Both they're pretty much equal. I'd say maybe the crate is a little bit better. But for the Karakuri staff, the best option you have is the Celestial Anchor, because you can simply just spam this move over and over again. Obviously, it's not going to build up meter, because I have to go to the train thing. This is kind of very annoying that you have to keep doing that. And you basically build up the entirety of your meter with the entire duration of a Celestial Anchor. And then you can just keep spamming this. And then, boom. Full meter, right? And then the Celestial Anchor runs out after that. So that's the fastest way of building up meter with this. All of the other options aren't really all that good, mainly because they all of the Karakuri tools build up meter at the exact same rate, and so it essentially just comes down to which one you can spam faster, basically. And obviously the Celestial Anchor you can spam the fastest, so that's why it's the best. But all of them actually build up meter at the exact same rate. It's obviously that you could just repeatedly use the anchor over and over again much quicker than the others. So that's why it's the best. The claw blades, there's actually a bug with the training bear. It doesn't actually show the meter increasing, but pretty much the fastest is the spring. All of those hits build up meter. See, I'm hitting the monster and it's not building up meter. The reason this is so good is because you can immediately start going into other moves that build up meter very quickly as well. Once again, you can kind of spam it with the Celestial Anchor as well. But the problem is that, unlike with other weapons where you basically just keep hitting A, you have to actually do RB and A, because if you don't, you'll jump and then basically do the regular combo. So, you know, that can be pretty obnoxious, but yeah, if you're planning on spamming it, just remember that you have to hold RB and A when doing this. Actually, it doesn't work. You have to actually you have to let go of RB and then hit it again. Yeah, it's actually very strange, so it's hard to do. So let's see. You have to hit the floor first. Yeah, you have to hit the floor first. So you can't actually use it again in the air without just getting the Claw Blades jump. So I'm holding RB. So once you jump, you can do it, but you have to jump with the Claw Blades and then go into it again. So it's pretty annoying. And also, it seems like these jumps count towards using the Celestial Anchor. So that's kind of strange, but yeah. Because of that reason, with the Celestial Anchor requiring you to jump with the, Claw Blades in order to spam it again, that's why I just use the spring, because you're going to have to jump anyways with the anchor, so you might as well just use the spring. So that's why I use it. And if you've got the crate, this pretty much instantly claws you in, so if you don't care about building meter at all, which for the most part, if you're going to be doing this with the Claw Blades and just spamming a direction and X, you don't really need to care about how much meter you build up to begin with, because you can just keep doing this for a while, even with the low meter, and then just go into your final attack. So, meter isn't really too important for the Claw Blades, but if you're trying to build it up quickly, then the spring is probably your best option. But anyways, that's pretty much all of the weapons that have meter that the basic Karakuri are worth using to increase it. The Bladed Wagasa, once again, there really isn't much point in using basic Karakuri to build up meter, because you can't build it up fast enough, unlike with parrying. So your best option, though, is, again, probably the Celestial Anchor, simply because you can spam it, but it's pretty hard to hit when you're not able to lock on, so against a training dummy, it's obviously not going to be as effective as during a real hunt, but even still, your best option is just to parry attacks anyways. But, if the monster's down or something, then, obviously I think the Celestial Anchor would be good for building up meter in a situation like that. But you see, it's still, like, not even at the first, mark, basically. It takes the entirety of a Celestial Anchor to get there. So it's just not as effective as parrying, like, in the slightest. But anyways, that's everything that I wanted to show.